So, a couple things. Today, my son graduated from high school. So proud of him. I'm I can't say enough how proud I am of him that he completed that milestone. And he has such opportunity for his life further. That's great. Now, the same son, my only son, the other week was driving by just an intersection by our house, and there were people outside protesting with signs saying, due process for all. And my son comes home and he goes, Dad, there's a bunch of people up there at the corner of or, the street up there. And they have signs saying due process for all. Like, what is that? Like, what are they protesting? What does that mean? Now, my son's only 18 and, he's still learning, because the education system is shit. But I said, well, Bud, they're protesting the due process and the due rights for illegal citizens. And again, my son's 18 years old. And he goes, but Dad, they're not citizens. And I went, no shit, buddy. So you have these people arguing for due process and civil rights for illegal immigrants or little migrants, however we want to say it. And my 18-year-old son, who was never really taught great on immigration and stuff like that, was like, but Dad, like that doesn't make any sense. Like, they're not American citizens. Like, how can they have any rights? Well, bud, they don't. They are not subject to due process. They are not subject to be tried by a jury of their peers. They are not subject to be searched, and they don't have any search and seizure right. It's the whole constitutional right thing. But the fact that my 18-year-old son was like, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Like, why are these people protesting it? And he goes, hey, Dad, you hear what things are going on in LA? I'm like, yeah, fucking bunch of stupid people fighting for the rights of illegal immigrants or little aliens, whatever you want to call them. And I remember saying to my son, I said, George, my son's name is George. It's a cigarette, it's not weed, it's a cigarette. I said, George, I said, oh, sorry, because one of his questions was, well, Dad, if they're here and they're not doing anything illegal, why should they be sent home? I said, well, George, you have to understand that once they cross the border illegally, they were criminals. And he looked at me. He's like, yeah, okay. I said, once they broke the law of coming into our country illegally, they were criminals. Now, if they didn't do anything criminally after that, that's not the point. The fact that they are here illegally makes them criminals. And my 18-year-old son was like, okay, that makes sense. So what do we do, Dad? I said, well, you vote. Because you're 18, you can vote. I said, and you need to be intellectually honest and understand that when people come across our border illegally, even if the best intentions, they are still criminals. From day one, they are a criminal and then they are invading our country. It's a hard concept to understand, but if you don't, if you can't be intellectually honest and say that when somebody comes across our border illegally, that they are a criminal, you're part of the problem. And the fact that my 18-year-old son is going, yeah, no, Dad, you're right. They're criminals. And I go, well, son, what should we do with them? Like, what's the punishment? And he goes, well, they should be tried. I said, no, they don't have due process. That's the whole thing that we talked about originally about these people being, you know, charged with due, or not charged, but having the ability to have due process where they get a jury of their peers and, you know, all this stuff and the civil rights. No, they don't get the civil rights Americans have because they're not an American. So what we need to do is send all their fucking fence jumping asses back home to their home countries. Make America great first. If we make America great first, then we can spend time to possibly help other countries. Now, that's not our responsibility, but the illegal immigrants coming across our border, especially under Joe Biden, I think it was something crazy like 15,000 a day or something. It was astronomical. We need to secure the border. We need to make sure that America is situated properly in every way and make sure that the criminals that are here, people that have come here illegally, because they're all criminals. If you come here illegally, you're all a criminal. I'm sorry. Whether you have the best intentions, worst intentions, I don't know. You come here illegally, you're a criminal. Bang. Go back to your house. Go back to your country of origin. We need to do that. We need to fix America, get America on the right path, and then we can worry about other countries and see what we can do to help them. But until we fix America and get America on track, the hell with every other fucking country. I don't give a shit. Your country means nothing to me. And I know this sounds harsh, but your country, first of all, you're probably third world because there's only like maybe 5 first world countries in the world. I mean, you talk about America, Canada, maybe, Great Britain, maybe. Um, I mean, fucking France is a third world country. You can't. I remember back in the day, my girlfriend in high school went to Germany. She couldn't shower every day because they didn't have enough water. That's a third world country. Like, nobody has it as good as America. Nobody has as good as America. And that's why these fucking Mexicans want to jump the fence. And these Ecuadorians and these Guatemalans and all these other fucking people want to come to our country. Yeah, I don't mind immigration. Do it the right way. Do it legally. When you do it illegally, no, you're fucking out. Gone. Bye. I'm a carpenter. You know, artists right now to find work as a carpenter because you have so many fucking Mexicans here. They want to take my job because they can do it faster and better with six Mexicans that they cost the same amount as one guy. That's the problem with immigration or illegal migration. Anyway, it's probably the longest video I've ever made. Love you. Love you.